Happy Halloween weekend, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing some vampire themed nails. So I will be showing you how to do this nail art step by step. All products will be in the description, and this is one of my last few Halloween sets. We are coming to an end with spooky season. Super sad, but excited to start doing holiday nails soon, so stay tuned and thank you for watching. So we are gonna jump right into polishing the press-on nails and putting down our base color. I have a playlist of other press-on nails I've done and other videos where I walk through how I prep my press-on nails, including sizing, shaping, and all of that, so you can check that out if you want to see that part of the process. But for this video, we are jumping right into the fun part. So we're taking Madam Glam Perfect Black. I'm gonna be doing a black base with the matte top coat. So if you don't want to do a matte finish, you don't have to. I just thought I would do it for this nail set because I don't often do matte nails and it felt like it would fit really well with the vampire nail art. So just go ahead and polish one layer of the black gel polish, fully cure it, go back in with the second layer. Just make sure you're working in thin layers because with black, it's such a pigmented color that I can have a hard time curing all the way. So I try to work in really thin layers, and I even let it cure for a little bit longer in my lamp. Otherwise the gel polish will just be wrinkled and start lifting, and you definitely don't want that. So just take your time with polishing those two layers. And we are going to do a matte finish at the very end, but I'm going to do one now before any nail art because it just creates a really nice smooth surface and makes it much easier to use your brush against that surface to do like really detailed nail art. And once your matte top coat is cured, you can take some isopropyl alcohol and just remove the sticky layer to reveal that matte finish. Now we are taking some white liner gel. I'm just mixing it up so that the consistency is nice and smooth when we go to apply it, putting a little bit on my nail art palette. I like to outline with this when I'm doing any sort of nail art on a darker base so that it shows up much better. So we are drawing some vampire teeth and lips, basically the fangs. So I'm doing the outline of the top of the lips and then just drawing the base of that and then doing some curved lines at the bottom for the bottom of the lips. You can make this as dramatic or not dramatic as you'd like. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill that in and then fully cure. Don't overthink this, it will come together in the end once you add the color and the fangs. So just try to get a nice general outline there of the lips, and then we will add all the details. So now I'm taking this really nice red color from Madam Glam called Witching Hour. This is part of their Halloween collection, so I will leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. And this is going to be the color for the lips, so once the white is fully cured, we're going to go over everything and basically add this as another layer on top for the color and then fully cure. Now we just draw the fangs, so you're gonna do 2 upside down triangles on each side. Just try to make sure they're kind of curved when they meet at the point, and then try to make the end as pointed as possible. When you give it a little bit of curve, it's gonna give it more of that fang look, and then you can go ahead and fill in the rest with that white liner gel. Fully cure it, and then I'm just gonna outline the teeth and the lips, and then we're gonna draw in the rest of the teeth as well. Just 2 curved lines and then 1 line in the middle, and that is about it as far as the outlining goes. We are gonna add a little bit of shading to the lips just with that black shading gel, nothing too crazy. I just like to add a little bit of shading where I can, and then we are gonna fully cure and do our matte top coat, and then that is it for this nail. And the best part of doing matte nails is the reveal once you wipe off that sticky layer. So here's how this nail turned out. So we are also gonna add a charm. So these are from Michael's. I don't remember what section they were in or when I got them. I got them a while ago, but I just have these like in my nail drawer. So we're just gonna take some rhinestone glue, and then on this nail, we're just gonna add that little star charm in the middle. So I like to use a dotting tool and then use the tweezers just to place it and make sure it's nice and secure and centered as possible. You can add some more glue around the charm if you want to, but I didn't want to add too much. And then go ahead and fully cure it, and then apply your matte top coat around the charm just so it kind of helps it stay in place as well. And then you have that uniform matte finish. And I did that for the middle finger on the left hand and right hand, so I used the second charm for the other nail on the other hand as well. Now we are going to do some kind of dark portrait roses, flowers. This was really tough. I found this harder than the fangs, but I'm just drawing kind of these little blob shaped, you know, white outline at first and try to make it kind of look like a flower at the top, and then, you know, draw the stem. And then I'm gonna do like 3 of these, and they are gonna overlap, but once we add the color, it should look not so much like they're kind of running into each other. So yeah, just draw the top of the flower, and then the rest of it's kind of rounded, and then you can draw the stem. And we're gonna take that red color again, and this green color called Vibrancy, and then this other red color called Sinister. And we're gonna use those 2 red colors for the flowers. So I'm just filling that white part in once I, of course, have fully cured the white. And then we'll use the green for kind of the stems and the leaves. Now I'm taking that darker Sinister color and just outlining the flowers a little bit, just so they don't look like they're kind of all mashed together, giving it a little bit more dimension. This was really tough. I don't draw like freehand flowers super often, but I hope to do that more in the future. So this was just kind of a fun little exercise, and honestly, it doesn't need to look perfect because we're gonna add some portrait details around it. So we're gonna take this chrome gel paint, and we're gonna draw basically a portrait around it. So I'm drawing the kind of circle outline of the frame. You can make it as thick or as thin as you'd like. I wanted to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm just doing that here. I do recommend using a gel paint for the chrome if you have that available, and then you can just use a dotting tool to add some accents, and that should kind of create your frame. And then I did matte top coat it just so that it kind of had a nice even finish before we go in with our rhinestone glue. So we're just gonna go over the part where the flowers are, and this is gonna kind of basically imitate like a 3D portrait frame. You know, this would kind of be the glass part, right? So you can make it 3D if you'd like, or you can just leave it as is. I just kind of wanted to try it out. I did end up putting too much, so next time I kind of know not to put as much. You can kind of see it looks a little bit bulky, and I had to file it down at the end, but I love how the effect looked. Kind of looks like, you know, a 3D portrait once you fully cure it. Now we're drawing a coffin. Pretty simple. We're just drawing the outline, filling it in with the white gel paint, and then we're gonna use that same red color. I didn't want to do this one too complicated, so kept it pretty simple. We are gonna go back and add some shading, and then we will draw a cross. So I tried to keep like the theme, basically this red color for most of the nails, and mixing it with that Sinister color as needed for shading. Here's how that turned out, pretty simple. Now we're gonna take a sponge. I love these sponges when I'm kind of trying to do like an aura or shadow effect. So I'm just taking some white gel polish, and we're basically stamping that on there, and we're gonna fully cure it. This is what the pack looked like if you're curious. I used another one for the red, stamped that as well, and we're just gonna do some simple bat shadow outline. So I'm just drawing like the basic outline of the bat with the wings. The key with the bats is you basically want to make sure one point of the wings is higher than the other, and that the lines between them are as curved as possible. And then you can make the body of the bat bigger as needed. You can go back and fill that in. So I'm just gonna repeat that 2 more times. I have other tutorials where in my Haunted Mansion nail tutorial, I went through a more in-depth, you know, of how I draw the bats. So you can check that out above if you'd like. But yeah, it's basically just about like making sure those curved lines and everything are kind of in proportion, and you know, are connected with curved lines as well. So you can see I'm rounding it out more here. It kind of gives it more of that bat wing effect. And we're gonna matte top coat it, and here is how the nails turned out. I love how they look with the matte finish. All products will be in the description, and just take it step by step if you're trying any of this Halloween nail art out. I have a bunch of other Halloween nail ideas, polygel nail ideas, and just nail art ideas on my page as well that you can check out on my other social media platforms. And I will see you in my next video.